Hello, Leo. Welcome to your May Soul session. I am Marlo. If you're new and if you're family, welcome back, my friend. So we're going to go ahead and jump into you guys' cards to see what your overall energy is for the month of May. So the first card out that we have is movement, and it says fast-paced change, surge of energy, laser focus or intention in actions, aligning all, oh, good Lord, just dropped those cards, aligning all resources towards a goal, moving quickly to pursue the best opportunities available. I can dig it. So what it is looking like, my wonderful Leos, coming into the month of May, you guys are pretty laser focused. You're pretty clear. Well, I don't want to say clear. I feel like it's because I'm getting two different messages at the same time. It's very similar because if you haven't noticed, I did Libra before you guys because I'm going in order, but for some reason, like I felt I shouldn't do you guys yesterday when I recorded Libra. I threw the dice, Libra came up, so I did it. But it's the energy I'm picking up on is very similar to Libra in the sense that it kind of like split. So it's like there's one group of people who are coming in and you guys have laser focus, like you're confident, you're sure, like you know where you're going, what you're doing, what you're trying to move towards. But then there's another group where a lot of what it is that you guys encounter in the month of May is intended to get you to that space, right? But I feel for a lot of you guys, it's going to be things that kind of occur or happen that are out of your control if they haven't happened already at the latter part of, okay, that's a lot of cards. If they haven't happened already, okay, that really is a lot of cards. If they haven't happened already in the latter part of April, but whether this showed up as like a surprise job offer or it showed up as like a tower, I feel the whole purpose of it is to kind of shake things up, to clear a path, to get you guys to go where it is that you need to be that's in your highest good. Well, speaking of things blowing up, the next card that we have is Firecracker, and it says excitement. Then we have Frying Pan, and it says trouble, accusations. Then we have Teapot, and it says deep friendship with someone of the same sex. That could be where this accusation thing is coming from. Then we have Purse, and it says pay attention to your finances. And then lastly, we have Arrow, and it says you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. I dig it. So here's the dealio. If I were to say this, Leo, what it's looking like for me is an is not is paradigm. You guys who've been with me for some time know I always talk about that because it's how the process in which things that we manifest come into our path, if you will, right? So I feel it quite possibly could be whether it was around the eclipse, which was on the 30th, or it's just the first week of May. It's kind of like there's a fire under your butt and you're feeling hella excited about life. And this is similar to Cancer too. So if you're a Cancer, Leo, Cusper, definitely check out Cancer. So what I'm seeing that's similar to Cancer is the fact that you guys are coming into the month of May motivated and feeling like you want to shake some things up in your own life, or something may have happened that have kind of shaken things up where a burden's been lifted, and you want to make the most of that energy. So when you set a goal or you intend to do something, right, that creates that void for the universe to fill with the thing that it is that you called in, which is the is not, and our is not is paradigm. And that's where I feel that these accusations could have come in. And what I'm actually seeing pretty clearly as an example would be, and I don't know if you actually exist, but maybe if I'm seeing it in my third eye, but I'm seeing like a Leo woman and like her owning a business, right? And all of a sudden, like this fire just gets under her butt. And like she said, she never had branding, never had a social media presence, never had a website. And suddenly she just wakes up one day and she's like, I'm going to get this stuff together. So, you know, she contacts someone, she starts taking pictures, like gets a logo, starts putting all the stuff up. And it's like having a friend who's kind of used to you not taking full advantage of your talents or your gifts or your business and stuff like that. And this friend felt kind of comfortable with you being that way. And now because there's another side of you that's coming out, it's like making your friend feel uncomfortable. And like, say if they said something along the lines of like, oh, gosh, ever since you started doing all the social media stuff, it's like, you're being very egotistical. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you only care about how you're being so superficial, like something like that. And I don't really necessarily feel that this person has malicious intentions per se. It's just one of those things where whether we're setting boundaries with people or if we're changing something about ourselves, human beings just like people that they're used to being the same way to stay that same way. So it's more or less, I wouldn't even go as far as saying jealousy. It's just, I'm used to you being like this and suddenly you're like this. And I feel like this isn't you. And it's like you're being very egotistical kind of vibe. So the thing that I have to say is don't allow that to throw you off kilter to where you start second guessing yourself, like being like, oh my gosh, am I doing too much? Like, should I not be doing that? Because I feel it's more about this person. And that's why I don't want to necessarily say jealousy per se, because I don't think it's that deep. It's like, I feel it's kind of like a trigger to that person because, and I'm just going to say it this way, please no one take offense, but it's like the person is an underachiever, right? And I use that term lightly, but it's kind of like before Leo got this fire under their butt, they were kind of underachieving because you weren't making the most of the opportunities that you had available to you, right? So your friend was used to you guys being on the same vibrational frequency. So when you level up, it's triggering to them because it's like in spirit or their guides, ancestors, whatever, are in so many words telling them too, it's time for you to level up. But it's like for them, they may either feel like they don't have anything to level up to, or they're not confident in themselves. So it's this energy. And I've been seeing this on like a magnanimous level and like a minute level, where there's like this energy of people who are stagnant, that don't want to change, that are staying in the old karmic cycle, the old paradigm, that are trying to like pull people back into that old paradigm, if you will. And I feel like that your friend's kind of like a victim of that, if you will. So it's not malicious intention. If we were to, throw the big D word, put a demon on it, it's like, that's kind of what it is. Like if a person is not spiritually aware and not aware that both light and dark can speak through your subconscious, right? Dark can speak through their subconscious. They could think that that's their own thoughts and not have any idea that they're like under a demonic influence that's trying to pull Leo, like light worker, empath, starseed, right? That's stepping into their calling and their mission. They don't know that they're, trying to pull you back. They just know that their friend is acting different, right? But even in all the things that you're doing, whatever it is you guys are excited about or you're trying to move towards, just make sure that you tighten the purse strings a little bit and don't get too excited and overly spend. But overall, I feel whatever it is that you guys are working on or are headed towards, or any idea that you get, you guys are most certainly on the right path.